Hey teachers, so if you have already imported the exit ticket for August 31st, that Monday, Reasons for Colonization, there's one more step you'll need to do in order to enable this assessment for your students to be able to see it in your Schoology course. So all I've done at this point is just imported this assessment, this exit ticket into my course. I haven't messed with any of the settings of it yet. So what I'm going to do is click on this gear and click on edit, and I would do these steps before I copy this into my other courses, and I'll show you why. Okay, so right now I'm going to set the due date for that 11:59 p.m. Now see how it says submissions, it says disable. That means students are not able to put in any answers for this assessment yet. Okay, now there's some different features here. The one that I think is interesting is where it says enable from until. When I click on that, it's going to give me a date range. Okay, so let's say I want to set a time period to where it will just automatically allow my students to be able to open up this exit ticket. So let's say I want to allow them the same day that I'm assigning it, the Monday, August 31st, but let's say I don't want them to get into it until, I don't know, 9 a.m. once they've actually had time to, be in that live session with me, if they're in first period, for example. And then maybe I want to allow them to submit it up until, I'm just going to put a date, September 3rd. That would be that Thursday. And maybe I'm going to say 11:59 a.m. or p.m. rather. Now, the reason why I'm extending it further is I already know that on this day, I have some other assignments in which are going to count for attendance purposes for August 31st. So that's why I'm extending this window a little bit. Okay, there's also an option to be able to put in a password. I haven't really played with that, but just so you know that that's an option. If you click enable, then you would put in the actual password. You'd still have to communicate that to your students. For me, I'm just going to click disable on that. Now you would have your grading categories here once that's an option for us. Right now I just have ungraded. Then you also have, I would just keep this factor at 1 and scale I would keep at numeric as it's a graded assignment. So again, I could publish this to students. They wouldn't really be able to submit anything though until my dates that I've selected here. Okay, so I'm going to need to make sure I save the changes. Once I have those saved changes, I can then go back to my edit gear and I can copy it to the course. I only have one other course. If I had more, then I would have lots of check marks there. I'm going to go ahead and click on my one course. You'll notice here that it's going to ask me about the due date and what grading category as well. I'm going to go ahead and just click copy because I want everything to be the same for my other course. Now, once I've done that, I'm going to go into the other course I've copied it into just so you can see what it looks like. So I'm going to go into my other sandbox course. I'm going to find that exit ticket. Here it is. I'm going to click on the gear again and go to edit. What I want you to see is that it carried over those date submissions from the 31st until August or September 3rd rather. So that's why my advice to you is to set those submissions the way that you want it in one course before you copy those over. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you. If you need further support, please reach out to your campus tech coach.